Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of 3 Point Turn. Hey, first of all, thank you for those who are watching my channel, subscribing, and hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. It helps me a lot. And I just want to apologize for the delay in the video output. I've just been really busy with work and some family stuff as well. But I'll try to get more to it and just be more consistent with releasing more videos for you guys. So I appreciate everyone's patience. Alright, so the last time I did a comparison video on the IS versus the 3 Series, and it seems to be pretty popular. So I thought to myself, why not do another comparison? And since the IS is such a popular car, I want to compare the IS to another popular car, and that's the 2021 Acura TLX. And this is a brand new TLX, right? The one that Acura just announced late last year and is actually coming soon in the next couple of months. But anyways, I did a little research, and actually the two cars are very comparable. Okay, I'm actually going to be comparing the 2021 IS300. Okay, so the base IS300 versus the base Acura TLX. So let's start off with the top 5 advantages that the IS has over the 2021 Acura TLX. The first one is performance. We know that the IS is a rear-wheel drive sports sedan, while the TLX is a front-wheel drive. Yes, I understand the TLX also has an option for all-wheel drive, but the IS also has an option for all-wheel drive. But again, we're not comparing those because we're comparing the base model. So it's rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive. And not just on the platform itself, but the horsepower. You might be arguing that, hey, the horsepower on the TLX is actually more. And I agree, right? The TLX actually has more horsepower than the IS300, but it's also heavier than the IS300. So you actually divide it out. The horsepower per pound is actually not that big of a difference. And the second thing is that the performance is that IS has a little bit better MPG than the TLX. And this also translates to a bigger fuel tank the IS has over the TLX. It means that it can go further, a longer total range than TLX, and basically less fill-ups. So that's a big performance benefit in my books, right? So that's the first thing, performance. The second thing is safety. The IS has a total of 10 airbags versus 8 on the TLX. And I'm surprised Acura went this way because TLX is a brand new car. I'm surprised they didn't add more airbags as like the rest of the competition. The TLX is not a revamp of any car or rebadge of any current offerings. It's a brand new platform, so I'm surprised they didn't add more airbags to it. Two of the safety features the IS also has is something called the rear cross traffic alert. There's a standard on the IS where when you're backing out of the driveway or parking spot, if there's a car coming, perpendicular to you, you actually sound an audio alarm. This is only available on the TLX as a package. It is not standard. Well, it is standard on the IS. And also, the IS has intersection turning assist, which means if you're in the States here and you're making a left turn on a yield green light, the system will actually calculate how far or how fast that oncoming car is coming at you and apply the brake if it's deemed that you're not going to make through that intersection on time. It is standard on the IS, but is not available on the TLX at all. Alright, the third thing that the IS beats the Acura is roominess. Little do you know that the IS might look smaller outside, but it's actually a little bit more roomier in various measurements than the TLX. If you're a taller individual, you might want to get the IS because the IS offers more front and rear headroom and also front leg room. So if you have a longer leg or just a tall person in general, the IS might be a better fit for you. Alright, the fourth thing is the sound system. Alright, the IS base sound system is very similar to the TLX. But if you upgrade both sound systems, the TLX actually has a more inferior system. It has the ELS 17 speaker 3D audio, but only puts out 710 watts of audio output. While the IS has the optional Mark Levinston with 17 speakers, the same as the TLX, but has a whopping 1800 watts. Yes, some people can argue that it's not the wattage of the speakers and the system, is where the placement of the speakers. And I agree with that. But given both cars are small sports sedan and the cabin is not that big, the amount of speaker fill up the space pretty easily, so the higher wattage in this case might matter. Alright, the final advantage that the IS have over TLX is the reliability and resale value. We know that Lexus usually has one of the top five resale value out there. Acura is not bad, but throughout the years, Acura actually dropped in resale value versus Lexus. Actually, even in the beginning, like Lexus always surpassed Acura in terms of resale value overall as a brand. I'm not talking about the special edition like the Type R's, Integra Type R's, or anything like that. Just strictly talking from brand perspective, Lexus has a higher resale value than Acura, and when compared to these newer cars, the IS does have a higher resale value than the TLX, and also reliability. The IS300 2.0 turbocharged engine, that engine's been around for a while, since 2015, I believe, is the same engine that they debuted on the Lexus NX, and they had it used on the previous generation IS as well. While the new turbo that's on the TLX is brand new. But Honda is not really known for turbo engines. Just look at the 1.5 turbo engine on the CRV and the Civics. There are like a lot of fuel consumption issues, oil leakage issues. There was a recall for those and some extended service bulletins for those. So I would say that reliability, I think that Lexus has the Acura beat. All right, so those are the 5 advantages that the Lexus has over the Acura TLX. It is performance, safety, roominess, the sound system, and lastly, the reliability and resale value. But don't get me wrong, the Acura TLX is a fantastic car as well. And I don't want to say that the IS is such a superior car than TLX, because it's not. It's very comparable. There are some aspects that the TLX actually is better than the IS. The first thing is that Acura again is more powerful, just overall more horsepower, more torque, has a better transmission, has 10-speed automatic versus an 8-speed automatic. Actually has a lower starting MSRP the TLX has than the IS. But again, the resale value is actually higher on Lexus, so you might balance that out later on. The TLX also has more rear legroom and more shoulder room. So if you're a family and you're a growing family and you actually have to put baby seats in your vehicle, the TLX might be a better car because that shoulder room gives that more width for the baby seat versus the IS, which is a little more narrow. And lastly is the all-new redesign of the TLX versus just a semi-redesign for the IS. I agree, the IS exterior looks completely different, but interior looks very similar to the previous generation, while the TLX is completely brand new from the ground up. Exterior, interior is not like anything of like the old car, so it's a brand new car, brand new platform. So it's actually a really fresh vehicle to look at and to sit in. So there you have it. That's my perspective on how the Lexus IS compares to the Acura TLX and the advantages each has on its own. Again, thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification button to keep up to date on my new episodes. And again, thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see you next time.